Good afternoon, everybody. I'll start off with our safety disclaimer. These classes and what I say is not medical advice. Please consult with your healthcare professional before making changes to your healthcare management plan. This presentation does not represent Parkinson Canada's endorsement of products or treatment related to Parkinson's disease. This presentation is meant to provide general information. If you have specific questions about managing Parkinson's disease for yourself or others, you can contact us online at info@parkinson.ca, or you can always call our 1-800 number, which is 1-800-565-3000. Got that out of the way. Well, hello everybody. My name is Lance Letain. I am the events coordinator here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And this is your Parkinson Canada at-home workout class number 31. We're making some progress here, gang. If you're new to the class, I'd like to welcome you. It's a lot of fun. The class is going to last about an hour long. And of course, the classes will be posted later. If you're a regular participant, thank you for attending and participating. You know how I love to hear from you. So you can either contact me on Facebook, add me as a friend, post something on the Facebook group page, or you can always leave a comment on the Parkinson Canada YouTube channel. So yes, you have found me, and you've either found this class, this at-home workout class, on the Parkinson Canada Manitoba Facebook group page. Or you have found us on the Parkinson Canada YouTube channel. So for the live broadcasts, they are held every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. So on the East Coast, that would be 2:30. On the East Coast, that would be 3:30. And Saskatchewan, you'd be an hour behind us, so you're looking at 12:30. Same with Alberta, and of course BC is 2 hours behind us even further. Yes, all these videos are posted, and you can find them whenever you need to find them, and exercise whenever you need to exercise. So some of the benefits, I'll talk about some of the benefits of exercising here. Some of the general ones, well, sleeping better. You'll sleep harder and you'll sleep longer. One thing I really I know it gets tougher. It gets tougher as we get older to have a sound night's sleep. So the advice I can give to you is to have good sleep hygiene. When I'm talking about good sleep hygiene, I'm talking about going to bed at the same time almost every night. For some of you, that might mean having to set an alarm clock to go to bed. We set an alarm clock to wake up. We can set an alarm clock to go to bed and kind of go through the same healthy routine. It just becomes your body and your brain. Well, it's like a warm-up in our exercise classes here, preparing your mind and your body for what's ahead. So if you have good sleep hygiene, you're preparing your body and your mind for a good night's sleep. I would definitely refrain from any alcohol after 7:00 p.m. Try and stay off screens if you can, so that be it a TV or a tablet or a telephone or a computer screen. The blue light that's often given off from our devices is it's really engaging our brain, so it's harder for our brain to turn off when we want to go to sleep. The room itself, when you're sleeping, you definitely want to have it dark. And ideally, if you can have it cool. Your body needs to kind of cool down. So if you can have a nice cool bedroom, that's a good thing too. Some more benefits, you're going to have more energy from exercise. It's kind of interesting. So think of it as like a gas tank. You're going to exercise, you're going to empty your tank, but then your body's going to refill that tank, and then it's going to top it up even a little bit more. So it seems kind of counterintuitive that you're going to exercise, you're going to burn all this energy, but you're going to get more energy back. Yeah, the body is interesting, isn't it? So yeah, that's one really good thing to think of when you're talking about benefits with exercise. It refills your tank and tops it up. Going to the washroom. It makes going to the washroom easier when you're getting some regular exercise. Be it all the bouncing around that we're doing from marching or toe taps and such. It's going to kind of shake things around, but it's also it's developing the muscles within our abdominal core, which are also going to be helping us when we do need to take care of things. I read an article a little while ago. Exercise seems to make the absorption of your medication that much more efficient. So, and that's a good thing. If you are a person who's living with Parkinson's disease, if you don't have DBS and you are taking meds, it's got to be a routine, and the more you exercise, the better it's going to be for absorbing the dopamine. Mood swings. Another thing, if you're living with Parkinson's disease, you could notice one of the symptoms could be some mood swings. You're finding that they're a little bit more extreme than you probably would like them to be. When you're exercising, there's going to be endorphins that are released, and those endorphins are going to make you feel really good, and you're going to feel good about yourself. So, and that's what we want. We all want to feel good about ourselves. We want to have a good quality of life. So through exercise, you're going to have this release of endorphins. You're going to feel good, and that's how we want to feel. Hello, Audrey. All right, we'll see you on Thursday, I guess. I will actually be Friday, but the class we can watch it on Thursday whenever you want. Speaking of the next class, for the next class, I will post about this as well, and I'll mention it before the next class. If you can bring a buttoned shirt to the class, we're going to actually practice putting on a shirt and buttoning it up. That's going to be part of our warm-up. I want to think of functional living, those things that are going to let you be independent longer, and that's what we want. You want to be able to do things for ourselves. So the more that we can practice it, the better it's going to be. So yes, next class you're going to want to have a button shirt to put on and to take off. Okay, I have two sad shoutouts today. Harley Anderson and Ralph Rampersad. We're going to miss you guys. Okay, let's get ready to exercise. So if you're going to be sitting down, just make sure you have a nice area around you. Now's a really good time to have a sip of water if you're thirsty. But just make sure you put the water bottle aside. If you're going to be standing up, definitely you're going to want to have the area around you to be safe. You don't want to have a coffee table nearby where if you were to fall and you were to knock your head, we don't want that. So push that coffee table out of the way. If there's a throw rug or an area carpet and there's a little bit of one of the corners is flipped up, again, that's a tripping hazard. I would also have some well-fitted shoes. They could be laced up shoes. They could be Velcro shoes. They could be something that you slip on, but you definitely want to have them well-fitted. If you're wearing sandals or flip-flops, actually I would suggest taking those off and going in your stockings or going barefoot. That's safer than wearing flip-flops or any sort of sandal. Okay, so if you're sitting down, let's sit up nice and straight. Let's pull our shoulders back. If you're standing up, you're going to want your feet wider than your shoulders. The first thing we're going to do is that we're just going to close our eyes, center, and focus. Eyes are closed. Thinking about the here and the now. Class ahead of us. We're opening our eyes. We're going to raise our hands above our head. As we do, we're going to breathe in through our nose. Blow out through your mouth. 2 more times. Big breath in. Hold it. Blow it out. Next breath would be your biggest breath of the day. Big, big breath in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And breathe out. All right, already starting to feel a little bit better. Okay, from here, we're going to transition into our slap, clap, and snap. So we're slapping our thighs 5 times, clapping our hands 5 times, snapping our fingers 5 times. 5, down to 1, then back to 5. Follow me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Ones. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay, so now we've got the cues. We're ready to start the class here. You're ready to take some directions, follow along, and have some fun. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to pick some apples. So you're going to reach up and across your body. You're going to grab that apple from the tree. You're going to pull it down, put it in our basket, and the other side. Up and across, pull it down, and up and across. If it hurts too much to raise your hands above your head like this, you can just take your hands out in front of your body, or you can reach down. So in front of your body, it would just look like this, instead of raising your hand above. Or if that even hurts too much, you could always just reach down and pull it up again. This is just a warm-up, getting our body and our brain ready for exercise here. Okay, 2 more times each side. Here's 1. And here's 2. Okay, that's our upper body gotten warmed up. From here, we're going to transition into some heel taps out in front, and then we're going to toe tap on the side. So it's going to look like this. Heel out and back, toe side and back. Other leg, heel out and back, toe side, together. Out, side, out, and side. Heel out, toe out. Heel out, toe side. Out, and out. 2 more times each side. Out and side. Out and side. Last one. Out and side. Okay, so we got our lower body ready to do some exercise. Now we're just going to swing our arms forward, and as we get to the top, we're going to make a fist and back. Forward, make a fist and back. Bringing your hands up to shoulder height if you can, and back, out, and back. 4 more. Here's 1, and back, 2, and back, 3, and back, 4, and back. Okay, so we're going to do a slow march. So this is going to be the end of our cardio warm-up here. So for those of you that need to have a sip of water, I could probably use a sip of water. Now would be the good time to have it. Everybody else, if you're sitting down to do these cardio exercises, try and think about your posture a lot of the time. If you're standing up, same thing. Think of your posture. So it's going to be standing up nice and straight, shoulders are back. Let's get a nice big smile on our face. Okay, slow march. So from here, what we're going to do, no legs, just our arms. We're going to transition into some cross-country skiing. From cross-country skiing, we're going to do some V-stepping, and then we're going to do some marching. So again, thinking of your posture, just our arms going forward and back. Forward and nice and controlled, very purposeful. See if you could bring your hands up, shoulder height. When you're going back, it's going to be pulling your elbow right back like that. So a nice full extension on the back side. Front side, bring your hands up to shoulder height. We're just going to focus on our arms for now. I'll stand up for a little bit. Okay, how about we try and go a little bit faster here. So here we go. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Okay, that feels a little bit more intense. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that moderate to vigorous intensity level. That's where we're really going to maximize all the benefits from exercise, is when we're pushing ourselves outside our comfort zone. And you can measure it by, it's a little bit more challenging to talk. That's probably the easiest way to measure the intensity. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just one arm, back and forth. One arm. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other arm. Okay. How does that feel for you? Again, nice and controlled. It's at a quicker pace, but still nice and controlled. Bringing your arm back so it's a nice extension. Forward and back, forward and back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both arms. Okay. Woo! It's getting toasty in here. Forward and back, forward and back. See how my arms are going nice and far back? Hands are coming up to shoulder height. Forward and back, forward and back. Okay, so from now, that's going to slow down our arms, and we're going to work on our legs. So it's a little bit more challenging to do cross-country skiing if you're sitting down. It's still possible. It'll just be a little bit more challenging. So you might need to get a little bit creative by going side to side a little bit. I'll demonstrate, don't worry. Okay, no arms. So our legs, if we're standing up, are going to be going backward. So it's back, together, back, together, back, together, back, together. There we go. Together, back, together. There we go. Together, back, together. So we're going to do 2 times on one side, then 2 times on the other side. Sounds all right? Here we go. 1 and 2. Other side, 1 and 2. Other side, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Other side, 1 and 2. Other side, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Okay, after this, we're going to do 3 and 2. Here's 3. 1, 2, 3. Switch it up. 1, 2, 3. Switch it here. 1, 2, 3. Switching here. 1, 2. Now we're doing 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Switch it up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Switching here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and now alternating. One leg and the next. One leg and the next. Okay, so how about now we're going to try adding our arms into our cross-country skiing. So if your left leg is going back, your right arm should be going forward. And if your right leg is going back, your left arm should be going forward. But if you can't do that, that's okay. Even if it's on the same side, that works for me. If you can only do one or the other, that works for me too. For those of you that can, here we go. All right. Forward and back. One side and the next. One side and the next. One side and the next. I know with the temperature that we have here in Manitoba right now, cross-country skiing is probably one of the last things in your mind. We have long winters here in Canada. It's great activity. As I've said before, cross-country skiers typically have the best VO2 max threshold. So they're typically the most in shape athletes that we have. And if you're doing this, you could probably tell why. You're really engaging with your upper body and your lower body. Okay, how you feeling? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March it out. Okay. That's some good work. March, 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 and march. All right, hold it there, gang. We're going to slow it down a little bit. March, 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 and march. Okay, we're doing a bit of the roller coaster. So we're going fast, and we're going to slow things down. I just want to make sure that you're feeling okay. If you're feeling any pain with any of the exercises that we're doing, just stop. We don't want pain. Soreness is different, though. If you're sore, you can probably work through that. Typically, when you start exercising, you're probably going to be sore 2 or 3 days after. Actually, even 2 or the second or the third day, you'll feel more sore than you did on the first day after. But your body's just getting used to moving, and you will get over it. You will feel better. That's a good thing. All right, so from here, what we're going to do, no arms, just our legs. We're going to eventually work our way up to a V step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step forward with one foot, forward with the other foot, and then back with one foot, and back with the other. So it's going to look a little like this. Forward, forward, back, and back. Forward, forward, back, and back. Okay, got that rhythm? Forward, forward, back, and back. So for those of you that have the coordination and the energy, we can add some arms into this. The more muscle groups that we have moving, the better it is. Forward, back, and we're going to do some bicep curls as we do this. So it's going to be forward, forward, back, and back. Forward, forward, back, and back. Forward, forward, back, and back. Okay. And for those of you that even have more energy and need more of a challenge, you could bring your arms up higher. It'll look like this. Forward, back, and back. Forward, forward, back, and back. So yeah, that's more work than keeping your arms down low. For those of you, if you find this too confusing, just do the legs. Or you can just do the arms, ideally the legs. So we're really trying to build up our lower body muscles because those are the ones that are most responsible for preventing falls. So the stronger that we can keep them, the better it is. They're larger muscles. Forward, forward, back, and. All right, so from here, we're going to try and transition into the V step. So instead of going forward, forward, back, and back, our forward steps are going to be like, think of it of a clock. Our feet are going to be going to the 2 o'clock and then the 10 o'clock position, and then 6 o'clock and 6. So it's going to be 2, 10, 6, and 6. 2, 10, 6, and 6. 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock, back. 2, 10, 6, and 6. 2, 10, 6, and 6. 2, 10, 6, and 6. If you find it too confusing, too hard, too challenging to add your arms, just do the legs. And of course, this can be done from a seated position. I'll demonstrate that. Keep going. Here we go. 2, 10, 6, and 6. 2, 10, 6, and 6. 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock, back. 2, 10, 6, and 6. 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 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock, back. 2. Now we're going to go a little bit faster. Here we go. 2, 10, 6, and 6. 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock, back. 2, 10, 6, 6. 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock, back. 2, 10, 6, 7, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March it out. Okay. It's getting toasty in here. Man, I wish I had air conditioning right now. Yeah, we don't have air conditioning in our house. We just did a huge house renovation. We were out for 7 months. And they asked us, do you guys want air conditioning? We said no. For the number of hot days that we get in the summertime, we can handle it. I can tell you right now, I wish I had some air conditioning though. March, 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 and March. Okay, so let's bring it wide, hold it wide, and narrow. Wide, and narrow. Wide, and narrow. Last one. Wide. Now we're going to alternate. And narrow. Here we go. We're going to alternate. It's going to be wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Narrow, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Again, if you find it too challenging to engage with the upper body and the lower body at the same time, you can just do the legs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just march it out. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of our cardio section here. Now we're going to build it up even a little bit more. We're going to go for a bit of a run, which means we're just going to be picking up the pace a little bit. Again, if you find that you're too tired at this point in time, you don't have to go fast. You can just keep on going slow. That's okay. It's not a competition. But for those of you that need the extra challenge, some of you guys have been with me for 3 months now. And if you've been exercising on all 3 days, there's a really good chance you've built up your endurance. You should be proud of yourself. And you can push yourself a little bit harder. Within that comfort zone, though, we're looking moderate to vigorous. So now we're going to work our way closer to the vigorous. I'm going to engage my upper body. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. And here we go. March, 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 and march. March, 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 and march. Okay. We're going for that sprint. We're going to try and make it to the finish line before we cool things down. Okay. In 10, 9, 8, 7. Come on, gang. 6, 5. Looking good. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1.5. Okay, let's slow it down. Woo! Good run. Slowing it down. March, 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 and march. So now we're going to get into our cardio cool down here. So we're going to slow things down even more. March, 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 and march. Okay, just our arms moving forward. Oh, I am getting sweaty in here. Okay, from here we're going to transition into making some nice punches out in front. So it's going to look like this. Punch out and back. Out and back. So the purpose of the cardio cool down is to gradually bring our heart rate down instead of just stopping sharply. That's like hard for your body to just automatically stop. We're gradually going to bring our heart rate down and our breathing rate down, distributing all that oxygenated blood to different parts of our body, to our feet, to our hands, most importantly to our brain, because all that running that we did, all that skiing we did in V-steps, our glutes or our butts, and our quadriceps and our hamstrings were being pigs. They were taking all that blood. They were the ones doing all the work, and they were saying, feed me, I need I need the oxygen. I need everything. So now we're slowing it down. We're going to punch down and down. Down and down. Down and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to do some heel taps out in front. So heel out and back, out and back. I don't know about you, but I've already noticed a big difference in my breathing rate and in my heart rate. I find it easy to talk. And out and out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. We're bringing our shoulders up and down, up and down, up and down, up. Now one shoulder up and down, other shoulder up. That feels good too, doesn't it? Up and down, up, and both together. Up and down, up and down. Here we're going to transition into some shoulder rolls. So we're going to roll our shoulders backwards. Again, we're bringing our heart rate down, bringing our breathing rate down. Feeling good. Feeling oh so good. Okay, let's roll our shoulders forward. I love that about exercise. Feel good about yourself. Okay, from here, we're going to transition into some stationary heel taps. 1 foot, we're just going to tap your heel. Again, really slowing things down, making sure that we're okay. We're fine. Now tap our toe on the same foot. Tap, 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 and tap. And other foot, we're going to do heel taps. Tap, 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 and tap. Now toe taps. All right. So we've just finished our warm-up. We finished our cardio. We finished our cardio cool down. Now is a great time to grab a sip of water if you have some water or a Gatorade or any other sort of beverage. And come right back. If you want, you can do it from a seated position. And we're going to start off with, we're going to do our Kegel exercises. And then from there, we're going to do some mini sit-to stands. We're not doing the full sit-to stands. Then we're going to do some knee raising and extension. So, ready to go, gang? Okay, so for the Kegel exercises, let's think about our posture first. If you're sitting down, sit up nice and straight, shoulders back. If you're standing, feet nice and wide, wider than your shoulders. You can same thing, you're going to pull your shoulders back. You know, align your chin with your spine if you can. So often, as we get older, we start to kind of creep forward. It's important that we're bringing our head back. Excuse me. We're aligning our spine. Okay, we're Kegel exercises. So when you're engaging with your, let's just say you're going pee, and you got to stop that flow of pee for whatever reason. You need to contract that muscle that's going to stop you from continuing to urinate or to pee. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to at least maintain the strength of our abdominal core. And this is one way that we can do it. Some people find it easier if they close their eyes and do it, or you can keep your eyes open, whatever is best for you. So here we go. We're going to contract that muscle. You're going to hold it, contract, hold, hold, hold. And we're going to relax. Again, aging, all the joys of aging. These sometimes it gets a little bit harder to control our bodily functions, and the firmer we can keep our muscles, the more taut, the better it is. So we're going to contract that muscle again. If you need to close your eyes, you can close your eyes and relax. Contract that muscle again. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And relax. Last one. Again, let's think of our posture. Let's put some smiles on our faces right now. We're going to contract and engage with your muscle. That same muscle that stops you from peeing. And relax. Okay, from here we're going to transition into our mini sit-to stand. So instead of doing the full sit-to stand, I'm going to demonstrate sitting down to show you what it looks like. So our full sit-to stands, we have our feet wider than our shoulders, and then you're going to be from seated position, and you're going to stand up fully. And when you're going down, you're going to shoot your butt back instead of leaning forward. So for mini sit-to stands, we're only going to go up about that hard. You're going to find out how hard it is. I was just thinking of all the people, all the individuals that are spending most of their time in a chair, and they still have to, of course, use the washroom, and they've got to make the transition from their chair onto the toilet, and it's hard. It's really hard to go up that much. It's actually the hardest part about the sit to stands is the starting and getting your momentum going. So we're going to actually try 8 of these sit to stands, mini sit to stands. So our feet are wider than your shoulders, and you're going to go up and down. Again, that's harder than doing a full sit to stand. So we're with everybody here. We're all on the same page. Think of your posture. We're going up and down. That's 1. Up and down. That's 2. Here's 3. And down. Halfway there. And down. Here's 5. And 6. 2 more. 7. And 8. Whew! That's tough. If you're able to do all 8, that's awesome. Okay, from here we're going to transition into a knee raise with a foot extension, and then we're going to come back to the mini sit and stand. So we're going to do 2 sets of each exercise. So again, if you're sitting down, you're going to be raising your leg. Knee up, toe out, toe back, and down. We're going to do 4 each leg. Ready? Here we go. Up, out, back, and down. That's 1. Here's 2. Out, back, and down. Here's 3. Up, out, back, and down. Last one. Up, out, back, and down. Ooh, that's tough work, isn't it? Okay. More work that we can be doing, strength exercising that we're doing, the better it looks like it is to control your bradykinesia. And having these muscles really nice and strong also can help in fall prevention. Okay, other leg, we're going up, out, back, and down. That's 1. Here's 2. Out, back, and down. Halfway down. Here's 3. Out, back, and down. Last one. Up, out, back, and down. Oh my goodness, that's some good work. Okay, so now we're going to transition into our mini sit to stands. We're going to do 6 instead of 8 this time. If you need to use the arm rests on your chair, you can use them. If you don't have to use them, I try not to use them. But if you have to use them, that's okay. Again, the big thing is to have your feet wider than your shoulders so that when you are standing, your center of gravity is going to be distributed over a larger area, which is going to be a little bit, well, it's going to be more safe for you. That's what we're looking for, more stable. So we're going to do 6. Here we go. Up and down. Here's 2 and down. Here's 3 and down. Halfway done. 4 and 5. Last one, gang. Last one. 6 and down. All right. Thank goodness we're done with those sit to stands. From here, we're going to transition into our knee up and an extension. Up, out, back, and down. That's 1. Here's 2. Out, back, and down. Here's 3. Up, out, back, and down. Last one. Up, out, back, and down. Other side, up, out, back, and down, up, out, back, and down. Halfway done. Up, out, back, and down. Last one. Up, out, back, and down. All right. We just finished our strength training this class. So yeah, we're making some really good progress here. So from now, we're going to work on our balance, and then we're going to do some flexibility training, and then we're going to do some Parkinson specific exercises. So for our balance exercises, we're going to try something a little bit different. It's a combination of what we've been doing before in the past. So I'm going to demonstrate. I'm standing up. I'm going to have a hand on the chair just for some stability. If you don't need to, that's okay. It's always nice to have one around just in case you are to lose your balance, or at least to have a hand on the wall. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be raising my knee up, holding it there, balancing. Sometimes it helps to have your arms up to the side. From here, I'm going to put a foot down, and I'm shifting my weight to one side. That's what we're doing differently today. Holding it there. What we do to one side, we've got to do to the other. So we're going to do our knee up, balancing there. You can put your arms up to the side for some extra balance. For those of you that need the extra challenge, you can take your hands off. And now we're going to be putting our foot down. You can hang on to the chair if you need to. I'm just shifting my weight to the one side. Again, our brain is processing all this information, and it's storing it. So if ever you are off balance, your body's able to make those micro adjustments. It could be with your head, it could be with your legs, maybe your trunk of your body. Just makes all those micro adjustments to keep your balance. Okay, we're going to try the other leg, the first leg that we did. So knee up, holding it there. If you need the extra challenge, you can take your hands off. You can have one finger on or two fingers on. You find your comfort zone, but safety is priority. Here we're going to transition into shifting our weight to one side, holding it there. Now what we do to one side, we got to do to the other. Knee up, balancing there. Karate Kid. All right, looking good, gang, looking good. Okay, now we're going to shift our weight to the side. Holding it there. Okay, from here what we're going to do our rocking. We've just introduced this last week. So your feet are wider than your shoulders to start off with. Now what we're going to do is you're going to stagger your feet. You're going to have one foot in front. Hello, Blair Sigurdsson. Great to see you, amigo. So I've got one foot in front of the other. I'll show you like this maybe. My feet are nice and wide. You can have a hand on a chair for some stability or a wall. And you're just going to be rocking forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Okay, changing feet. Again, feet are nice and wide to begin. You're going to put one foot in front of the other. If you need to have a hand on a chair or a wall, by all means, you do that. We're going to rock forward and back. Forward and back. Again, your brain and your body are working together in sync, making all those little adjustments in order to keep your balance. Forward and back, forward and back. Okay, from here we're going to transition into a calf stretch. So if you're sitting down, basically you're going to be bringing your toes back towards your body. If you're standing and you have access to a wall or a chair, again, we're working on our balance here, but it's also a bit of stretching. So we're going to have feet side by side. You're going to kick one foot back so your toes on the ground. Then you're going to press your heel down. Now as you press your heel down, you'll probably feel the stretch the back side of the bottom part of your leg. That's your calf region. That feels really good. That feels lovely. Holding it there. Okay, bringing our feet together. We're going to alternate feet again, so our foot goes back, our toes down. Then we're going to place our heel down, and you're going to feel the stretch. That glorious stretch. That feels so, so good. Those of you that like stretching, you know how good this feels. Feet together. We're going to do one more time, each side. Again, we're working on our balance right now too. So if you do want to challenge yourself, you can do it with one hand. You can do it with one finger. Or you can do it with no hands. Safety first though. If you feel yourself not too confident in being able to hold that pose without hanging on to something, just hang on to something. Okay, feet together. Last time. Foot goes back. Toe down. And you're going to press that heel down. Let's look straight ahead. Let's put a big smile on our face. Holding it there. Oh, that feels good. Okay, the last thing that we're going to work on with our balance is our line walk. So you're going to have one foot in front of the other. I'm going to hang on to a chair just to be on the safe side here. And I'm going to pretend I have an imaginary line in front of me. And you can stick your arms out to the side if that's going to help, or you can have one hand on the wall, or you can have one hand on the chair. And we're walking forward, one foot in front of the other. Again, this is harder than it looks. Going all the way. Okay, now we're going to go back. I'm wearing my French jersey today, my French soccer jersey. I have a family that lives in France and Belgium. And right now I'm supposed to be in Rome watching the Euro. And I was hoping to watch France play with my twin boys. But with COVID, everything's been put off for a year. Okay, we're going to walk forward. This time when I say freeze, I want you to stay still. Let's walk forward. Freeze. Forward. And stop. Now we're going back. Yeah, I was going to Sicily eventually for a family wedding. Quite looking forward to it. The kids are a bit bummed out, and understandably so. Okay, one more time, walking forward and freeze. Forward and freeze. Forward. Now we're going to walk back. We're not going to freeze walking back. We're just going to walk backwards, pretending you're on that imaginary line. Okay, so from here we're going to transition into our stretching. We've just finished our balance training and our strength training. So for our stretching, we're going to start off with an inner thigh stretch. So if you're sitting down, you're just going to kick one leg off to the side. You're going to place your upper body weight on this knee. And you're going to feel the stretch along the inside of your leg, your thigh region. Oh, that feels good. Hold it there. So ideally when you're stretching, we should be holding a stretch for about 30 seconds minimum. Due to time constraints with this class being an hour long-ish, it's just not the most practical thing to be holding each pose for 30 seconds. Okay, back to the center. What we do to one side, we're going to do to the other. So yeah, it takes a while for our brains to talk to our muscles and to slowly release and to relax. Yeah, it doesn't. As we get older, it gets tougher. But the good thing is, if you work at your flexibility, if you work at stretching, your body responds pretty quickly. Holding it there. One more time, each side. For those of you that have some pain, if you're living with pain and Parkinson's disease, they say that stretching is definitely a benefit in being able to help you manage those symptoms. You're going to have greater range of motion in those joints, in those muscles. Holding it there. Other side. Last time. That feels good. Head held high, continuing to breathe. From here, we're going to transition into our hamstring stretch. So our hamstring stretch, we're going to be sticking one leg out in front. So we're not reaching down, we're reaching out, we're reaching forward. That's what we're looking at. So let's take a big breath in. Breathe it out, leaning forward, one leg straight. You should feel a stretch along the back side of the top part of your leg. You can have your hands out in front to help you balance. Let's hold that stretch. That feels good. And back, other leg. Sticking it out, big breath in. Breathing it out, leaning forward, head held high. Definitely want to have your head above the level of your heart. Leaning forward, holding it there. All right. So again, that's really good also if you have piriformis syndrome or any sort of sciatica. That's going to make a big difference. Stretching is definitely something I would encourage you to try and do every day. It can even be done while you're washing dishes. All right, so from here we're going to stretch our lower back. So from a seated position, you're simply going to grasp underneath your hamstring here. You're going to pull your leg up, holding it there. This relieves some pressure on your lower back, stretching our lower back. Again, think of our posture, shoulders back, put a big smile on our face. We're almost on our classes for the day here. And down, other side. Hands underneath your hamstring, pulling up. So remember, for our next class on Friday, you're going to want to have a button shirt to put on and to take off. It's going to be part of our warm-up. And down. Okay, now we're going to stretch our upper back. So for this, you're just going to interlock your fingers. You're going to put your palms out, and we're going to raise our hands above our head. That feels good. If it hurts your shoulders too much to have your hands above your head, you can just have your hands out in front. That'll work for me too. Stretching our upper back and bringing it down. Now we're going to stretch out our neck. We're going to put our chin to our chest, holding it there. One thing, when you are stretching your neck, one thing I never want you to do, I never want you to put your head back. You have so many small bones, your vertebrae is just tiny. And when we flex your head back, bring our head to neutral. When you bring your head back, you're actually impinging a lot of those joints, and you can have some spine damage there. So try not to pull your head back. So it's only forward, like chin to chest, or to the side, like this works too. So we're going to try and get your ear down to your shoulder as much as you can. You should feel the stretch along the side of your neck like this, right there. Head back to neutral, and other side. You should feel the stretch along the side of your neck. Alrighty. So let's get into our Parkinson's specific exercises here. So we're going to work on our vowels, our tongues, some fingers and side cheek stretches, and our smiles to finish things off. Okay, so our vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. So when we're doing this, what I really want you to, if you could do it in front of a mirror, awesome. And we're trying to over-exaggerate our mouth motions here. So what we're trying to, if you're living with Parkinson's disease and you're dealing with some sort of the symptoms of the Parkinson mask, you realize it's important to keep our small muscles in our face stretch and loose and limber as well, so that we are able to hold our speech as best as we want it to be. So we're going to try and do our vowels and over-exaggerate if you can, please. Here we go. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. One more time. A, E, I, O, U. Again, doing it in front of a mirror, definitely suggest that. Okay, now we're going to work on our tongue. It might not be sexy, but it's a reality for some of us. So we're going to stick our tongue out and up, and then we're going to bring it back in. Then we're going to go out and down and bring it back in. We're going to go one way and the other way. We're going to do it twice. Here we go. So out and up. And in. Now we're going out and down. And in. Now we're going this way. And in. Now we're going the other way. Now we're going out and up. And in. Now we're going out and down. This way. And that way. I would suggest for you, for those of you that really want to spend some more time working on speech and vowels, there's some really good programs out there offered through Parkinson Canada and some of our affiliate Parkinson groups that will focus on your speech. And definitely check it out. So you can check out our Facebook page. That's the Parkinson Canada Manitoba Facebook group page. Or you can check out the Parkinson Canada YouTube channel. There'll be some resources there for you. Okay, from here we're going to work on our fingers. We're going to do index, middle, ring, pinky. Index, middle, ring, and pinky. Index, middle, ring, and pinky. Last one, index, middle, ring, and pinky. Okay, now we're going to do some side cheek stretches. So I'm placing the palm of my hand along the side of my face and I'm pulling back and up. So I'm stretching the side of my mouth here. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep those muscles nice and loose and limber, so it's able to make those micro adjustments to stop us from drooling. Hold that stretch, and ideally we want to be holding these stretches for at least 30 seconds long. And we do one side, we're going to do to the other. Pulling back and up. That feels really nice. Okay, now we're going to finish things off with some practice smiles. So we're going to do our big smiles, as big as you can. There you go. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay, and relax. One last big smile. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And relax. Okay, gang, that's it. We've just finished an hour's worth of the at-home workout exercise class. So remember, for Friday's class, you're going to want to have a button-up shirt to practice putting on and off. It's going to be part of our warm-up. So I'm thinking, again, functional fitness, these little things that keep us independent that much longer. The more we practice, the better it is. All right, gang. So until Friday afternoon, 1:30 Central Time, I will bid you adieu, and I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.